Hi there, my name's Christy Fisher. Welcome back to my YouTube series on My Music Life. In this particular episode, I'm going to take you through how I approach the venues. In the first couple of episodes, I showed you step by step of how I find venues, especially venues that are outside my area, and how I use social media to do that. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit that little button, and I appreciate your comments and your feedbacks. My method of finding and connecting with venues may not be the same as yours, and you may have some tips that other people can learn from, so pop those down in the comments below as well. In this day and age, there are so many ways to communicate with people, and yet it seems that people don't communicate very well, do they? We have phone calls. We have direct messages through social media. We have Instagram messages. We have SMS on your cell phone. We have good old telephones, and we have emails. And sometimes when you are connecting with a venue or attempting to connect with a venue, you might have to use all five types of communication systems in order to get through to the right person. But I'm going to walk you through what I believe is the best series of events to connect up. Before you even consider approaching a venue, I would recommend that you go to the venue's website and see if they have an events calendar. And on the events calendar, if you have a particular date that you're looking for, make sure that they're not already booked up past that date. You know, if you have an open-ended, I just want to connect with the venue, then what you're looking for is the booking person's information. Often on the calendar of events that are on different venues, they will have a contact person's email on that, and that's how you would be able to contact the person. But go directly to the website of the venue and email the venue directly asking for that information. Phone calling is the last resort. Phone calling, you're not going to get the person more than likely that you're looking to connect with, and it also disrupts the workflow of the venue itself. And so email is a preferable way to contact people. So here's a little step-by-step of how to write that email that you're going to be sending out to the booking person for that venue. And in the first part of it, you need to make sure that your subject line has your name, what this email is concerning, and the dates, or an open-ended sort of date of when you're looking to book. So it would be like Christy Fisher, music booking, May 2023. Because I'm getting ready to do a tour out in Colorado. So I'm going to use one of those emails as an example for you. So make sure it's your name, what it's concerning, and the date. If you don't have a date that you have in mind, you can leave the date off and just say your name, music booking. You want to remember to keep your email short and sweet. People don't want to read a book about you. They don't want your bio at this point. They get 100 emails about every week from musicians just like you that are looking to play their venue as well. You also don't want to come off as aggressive. You don't want to come up as egotistical, like I'm the greatest thing in the world and you need to book me at your place. You don't want to be pushy at all. You also don't want to bring up negotiations and money at the first get-go. What you are looking to do is to connect. You are strictly trying to connect with the talent buyer of the venue. You haven't even started a conversation yet. So you need to do is the salutation and make it personalized, and then you go on into something like, my name is Christy Fisher. I'm a touring musician from Northern Arizona that is looking to book in your area. The date I am looking to book, or the dates that I'm looking to book are, and you reiterate what you wrote up there in the subject line. After that, you could put in a little something so they know what kind of genre that you're performing. Mine is pop, rock, soul, and groove. So I'll say something like, I perform cover songs by artists such as the Eagles, Tom Petty, Hall & Oates, Fleetwood Mac. I also have released a couple of CDs, so I slide an occasional original into my set list, so they know that. What you're selling is your performance. And so you need to have videos of your performances. And that is what the buyer is going to want to see. They don't want a whole list of where you've performed before, what kind of things you do, and blah, 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 blah. They don't want a book written about you. They want to see the goods. It's just like selling a shirt. And so if you don't have performance videos, you need to get some together. And I'm going to be doing another tutorial on easy ways to video yourself and editing processes and that kind of thing. The preferred method of a performance video that buyers like to see is a collage, where it's not just a full 3-minute song that you're going through. They don't want to see the whole song, but you can do like 15 to 20 seconds that you string together of various different songs and you in different places playing those songs, so they get a good overall feel of what your performance technique is like and the range of types of songs that you do. So after your short description of your genre, just put your website. Just say, my website is, there's your link. Here's my performance video. Doing, and that'll send them directly to your performance video if that's all they're looking for. My EPK, if you don't know what an electronic press kit is, you need to look it up. And I'm going to do another tutorial on how to put together an electronic press kit. You put that link right there. So they have 3 links right there in their face that they can go directly to. They don't need your bio. They don't need your backstory history. They don't need any of that kind of stuff. They are just strictly looking for how you perform, what you're performing, and how professional you are handling yourself. After you've put all your links in your email, embed a photograph of yourself or your band, and that way they can see, what you look like, whether you're a grunge band or whether you're pop rock or whether you're anime, they want to get the vibe, and see if it gels with the club. And then just simply say thank you for your time, looking forward to connecting with you, and sign your name. And underneath your name, again, put a link to your website. Then you send your email off. And just like all the spam that you get in your emails, they are getting hundreds of musicians that want to book at their venues. So every time that you're sending an email, you are sending your own spam. They don't know you. They don't know your product. You're hoping that you have piqued their interest, that they will communicate with you a little bit deeper. And you're not always going to get a response. Sometimes your email will go straight into the trash because they're not interested in your genre. And unfortunately, in this non-communicative world, you won't always get a nice little letter from them that says, thank you for your time, but you're not a good fit. You're not even going to get something like that. Hopefully, they'll respond right away. But if they haven't responded in about a week, it's perfectly okay to send a secondary email and make sure that you still have the same links and the same information that you send to the first email. And you can just say something like, I'm firming up my dates. I haven't heard from you yet. And just want to make sure that you got my first email, just checking in with you. Thank you so much for your time. And leave it at that. You don't want to be pushy. You don't want to be aggressive. And you don't want to give them, any more push on your product than you would want to have if you were receiving a cold call for a product in your email. Hopefully they'll come back with a really nice reply like, you look like you're perfect for our venue and we happen to have those dates open. They may at that point say, we usually pay X amount of money for a 3-hour show, and these are the hours that you would be performing. But a lot of times the venue will ask you, what is your rate? And that's where it can get a little tricky, because you need to do your homework and see what the average rate is of those types of venues in that particular area. A lot of wineries and breweries will pay as low as $100, some even less, unbelievably so. But it seems like the range is between $100 and $150 for a lot of the smaller venues for a 3-hour show. Some of the resorts will go between $150 and $200. And Of course, if it's a stage show and ticketed show, that's a completely different ball game. But, you're looking at, and we're talking about small venues like wineries, breweries, restaurants, and it seems like the average price is between $100 and $200. And so that, can be your typical ballpark that you can throw out and just say, or maybe you don't want to go any lower than $150 and you say $150 to $200 is usually what I charge. And at that point, you can tell them that includes my PA, that includes my lighting system. I also provide interim music when I take my breaks. We'll get into that later when I start my performance videos, because we'll talk about breaks and your interim music at that point. So you can either accept the offer that they've sent out, or, if they have asked you what your rate is and you've sent them a ballpark, they'll reply to you. And so you're negotiating at that point, and they'll say, yeah, we can do 125, or, we normally don't go over 150. And so you decide at that point what you want to accept. And so let's say you gave them a ballpark of $100 to $200, and they say we normally don't go over 150. And then you can negotiate like the perks, where you can say, well, is it possible that I could get a meal thrown in, or a couple of free drinks, something like that. So you can add on a couple of perks to that price, if that is what you're looking for. And again, in another video, I'm going to get into talking about the alcohol that is involved with a lot of these venues. And, if you want to have a drink or two, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that one later. But this is where you would negotiate free drinks and free meals, things like that. The smaller venues, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to put you up. They're not going to have hotel money for you or anything like that. House concerts, sometimes people offer, a place to stay or something like that. And again, that is a completely different situation. But when you're dealing with restaurants, breweries, wineries, that kind of thing, you're dealing with a straight up fee. Straight up fee, usually a couple of drinks, sometimes a meal thrown in. And so the extra perks come during the last part of the negotiation process. And they'll send you an email back and they'll go, great, I would love to have you. We're looking forward to you on the thing. And then, they'll give you the date. And then you send back an email saying confirmed. Thank you so much. And make sure that you send confirmation in that subject line, confirmed, the date, the time, and the price. And you send that email back to them. Looking forward to meeting you. Can't wait to play at your venue. Thank you very much. And then you sign off. If you have venues in your area that you would like to perform at, I highly recommend that you go in there as a customer. I mean, first of all, you are supporting the venues that are supporting your ass. And it's also really cool when you go in there when another musician is performing there. I mean, you can listen to the acoustics, you can see where the plugs are, you can learn something from every musician that you see, whether it's good or bad. And people like to connect up with people that are giving them mutual support and love, so go in there and have a meal, have a drink, enjoy yourself, and behave yourself. You don't want to get drunk and loose, but bring your business cards and, ask who is the person to contact to, for booking, because I'm a musician and I would love to play here. This place is a lot of fun. And, 9 times out of 10, if they're open to what you do, they will give you the information or say, I'll pass your card on to so-and-so, and at least you've got your foot in the door. But yes, if there is a venue that you want to perform in and it's within your area, go there. Go there and say hello. Show your pretty face. They're going to want to see you. So that's how I approach venues, and that's how I send my emails. And one of my favorite ways has always been to actually go in there as a customer and feel the vibe, get to know some of the people around there and listen to some music and, see how everything sounds in there. I really appreciate you tuning into my channel. Again, if you have any comments, I appreciate you putting those down below, and push that like button, push that subscribe button. In future videos, I'm going to be getting into how to make that promotional PR video and turning on some cute little tricks and editing and make it simple for you. Also, I'm going to cover how to make a basic website and some sources that I use for that, as well as performance tips and things that I feel will help you polish your act. Hopefully this is giving you, a little bit of tips and tutorials that'll help ease you up that ladder of success. And I wish you all the best in this music industry. It's not easy, and social media, as much of a tool it can be, it can also be a big pain in the ass, and I do understand that. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of commitment. And there are a million musicians out there that are looking for venues to play, and God bless them all. This world needs more music, and we are all trying to make a living at it. So the best of luck to you, and thank you again for tuning in and subscribing. See you later.